What is good, ladies and gentlemen? What is good, ladies and gentlemen? We are back. Match reaction, man. Manchester United won. Ipswich Town won. The Ruben Amorim era starts with a kind of deflating draw. But I got my brother Wasim here with me. What is good, my brother? I think this is your debut on the channel, is it not?
Yeah, it's my debut on the channel. We've actually streamed. I think it was. Remember that channel Ben had?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember. I remember.
that was a good
I
couple of
remember.
years ago.
All for
Me,
United, yeah. Yeah, but
yeah,
no,
with me and
welcome to
you.
the channel, bro. Welcome to
Yeah,
the
nice.
channel, my brother, man.
Thanks for inviting me, mate.
No, of course, man. We gotta break down this game, man. A lot of excitement headed into the game, and then I saw the lineup, and I was like, I wasn't feeling it, bro. I wasn't feeling it, and then we score in 90 seconds or something crazy like that, and from then on out, we weren't really convincing. I'll be real. We were not really convincing. I think he'll have to learn. Amram will have to learn on the job. But what were your initial thoughts of the game, or the game and how things went?
Yeah, so similar with you with the lineup. I thought I thought there would be issues, and those issues we saw them in the game at the same time as well. So the issues I foresaw was especially in the midfield, the two, and especially in the forward line in terms of chemistry and dynamic and how they work together.
Mm,
That's been a common issue prior to what's his name, Ruben Amorim, and the central midfielders in that system. We could touch on it later more from a tactical point, but there's a lot of emphasis on them. And a new personnel wise, maybe on the ball, Ericsson would be comfortable and so forth. But off the ball, there's a lot of demands. And I think that's when they start opening up in midfield. And then we saw their goal as well, which we'll touch on later on in the stream.
yeah, no, absolutely, and I completely agree with that. I thought they figured out, like, we were getting outnumbered in midfield. You feel me? I thought our number 10s, especially in that first half, didn't really get on the ball much. I think Bruno got better in the second half, but I just felt like things were breaking down way too easy. Like, you can tell that this team still has a lot of work to do in terms of the patterns of play, how this manager wants them to be on the ball. To give credit to Ipswich, they were very well organized. They were very well drilled. I have to give Kieran McKenna a shout out, but I still feel like, in my opinion, if he had picked the right players, we could have still won this game. I genuinely believe that. I think he'll figure out eventually, like, certain players, bro, they're gonna
Yeah.
let you down. Like, they're gonna let you down. Like, I'm sorry, Marcus scored the goal, bro. And we're gonna talk about player ratings and stuff. We'll do player ratings later on in the show, guys. And for everyone, shout out to everyone in the chat. Make sure to hit the like button. We're gonna gun for 20 likes, 20 to 30 likes on this stream. So keep dropping questions in the chat and sharing your thoughts in the comments. But yeah, bro, to be honest, like, I didn't think anyone was particularly horrible or that bad, but well, outside of Marcus, but it just wasn't clicking, bro. Like, the passing, well, we just gave the ball away way too easily, bro. Way too easily.
Yeah. So um, obviously we started the game really strongly in terms of we scored within 90 seconds, as you mentioned in the intro of this video. And then I think after like 15, 20 minutes, we started to retreat a bit more and then
Hmm.
retreat in our own half, or at least retreat to like the mid block, like the center position of a football field. And I
Hmm.
think out of possession, the issue is basically when you play this system, you've got a back five, especially if the wing backs have come back. Then you've got the two centre mids, and then you've got the two narrow tens and the striker. The narrow
Hmm.
ten can change the shape. So if the
Hmm.
narrow tens come back inwards alongside the centre mids, you now have got a four. Or
Hmm.
even if one of the tens came back in and one pushed forward, let's say, for example, Fernandez joined the midfield, that'd be a three, and then Garnacho and Rashford up front, that'd be a 5-3-2. But what
Hmm.
was happening a lot, and I'm surprised Amarim didn't do it much, at times it was a 5-4-1, which made it more difficult for them to get through us. However, at times it was a 5-2-3. So the demands on the centre mids was a lot. They had to shuffle sideways. Also, they had a 3v2 because they played a 4-2-3-1. So there are two
Hmm.
centre mids and one number 10, which was Hutchinson. And
Hmm.
then you got to remember Casemiro and Eriksen from a personnel wise, they're not the most dynamic and
Yeah, they're not the most mobile.
mobile and so forth. So then you've got to take that in account as well. Not only have you got 2v3 numerically, you've also got two players that are not the not the most dynamic as well. And then what I was noticing, and I tweeted it during the game, I go, we got issue in central midfield that Amari Hutchison, he wasn't just playing in the number 10 position, like stuck in that position.
Yeah,
He
yeah, he
was
was moving around.
he was moving to the side of the pivot. So see on
Mhm,
Casemiro side, on the
mhm,
our left hand side, their right hand side. So
mhm.
he was going on that side of the pivot, and then I knew at one point, obviously it was an amazing strike, but I knew at one point they might get some sort of opening there. So either we had to bring Fernandez in to make it a 5-3-2, and now we've occupied more of that central zone, or we made it 5-4-1. But I think Amarim was probably a bit tad slow in that situation.
No, 100%. I think I do think, and I'm seeing all the comments here. All I'm gonna say is Emmerich better not be stubborn with Garnacho or he's getting him sacked. This was Ericsson's worst game in a United shirt. What did we gain from playing Ahmad wingback? Anthony can do what Ahmad does. He needs to play Ahmad 10, Anthony right wingback. Yeah, I think what he wanted to do, and what I'm just guessing is, giving some of these players that have been playing a chance to prove themselves. You know what I mean? Like, keep, just let these guys play themselves out of position. I thought play themselves out of the positions. I thought defensively we were quite good, even though there was a couple opportunities where, there was a delap chance where Onana made that crazy save. Even the goal that they scored, like, I think Onana would have saved it if not for that big deflection. I really think I think he would have made that save. So I'm not too fussed about what happened in the back three. Obviously, from a progression perspective, you already talked about it. Like, I think Amram has to figure out, like, or understand, like, hey, if you're gonna play with Casemiro and Eriksen, you need someone in there with them, to make it work. And in my opinion, like, we saw Ugarte come in. I thought he played well when he came in. I think it needs to be Casemiro and Ugarte in there, bro. I think we need steel in midfield. Like, if we're gonna play, especially if you want to play a forward at wing back, right? Like Ahmad, you need like two midfielders who are going to get around the pitch, try and win tackles. Like, yeah, Casemiro's not the most mobile anymore, but if you have an Ugarte next to him, you feel me? That's going to allow for more mobility and the ability to win the ball back. I thought we were struggling to win the ball back when we gave the ball away. I thought they were quite comfortable, right? They were quite comfortable. So we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see. Temi, what I don't understand is that why Ruben Emre didn't put Manu in the second half. Maybe Manu isn't 100% fit. I have no clue. Obviously, he's just getting back from injury. I'm sure Manu's going to play. I'm not going to stress too much about the first game and why Manu played or didn't play. Defensively, the team was crap in the first half. I'm not going to get on Emre immediately because he is new to the job. The team looked compact in the second half and better defensively. Honestly, I don't think we looked horrible defensively. I'll be real. Like, yeah, we gave away a goal, and it was a kind of a crazy goal, to be honest with you. But I don't think we were awful defensively. I really don't think so. I don't think they, let me even look from a statistics perspective. Let's see, like, how many shots did they have? Yeah. 11 total shots to our 11 total shots. Their XG was definitely higher. So, no, to be fair, I hear it. I hear it.
The XG was actually higher in the second half, and they saves wise in terms of Nana, he made one more
Yeah.
save in half compared to the second. So I don't think there was to it. I don't think it was like dramatic.
Yeah, no, exactly. I agree. Yeah, shout out to Onana because he had a very big game. Like, he had to do a lot in this game. I gotta give him credit. Another thing I was noticing is, like, when things got stuck when we were building out from the back, like, anytime Onana plays it long, it's just a waste. Because, like, it's going up to Marcus Rashford and it's like there's no aerial threat. Like, we almost have to play out from the back because we didn't have anybody who could trap the ball, hold the ball up. Anytime it went into Marcus's feet, it was just not sticking, bro. But let's see. Let's get into the comments. The team can't play high intensity football with Bruno, Garnacho, Rashford up front, and Casemiro, Eriksen. Evans, who were all trash. Evans was caught out many times. Evans was caught out many times. I don't.
I think regarding the Johnny Evans point, I think because he filled in at left centre back, I think that's the position Martinez would have played if he was fit or
Yeah,
whatever issue he has. And I think at times the left centre back, basically in a back three, your left centre back and your right centre back, they're going to get dragged out.
yeah,
And then I think at times, because obviously he's against Marty Hutchinson and their winger, at times he did get like spun a bit. But I think if Evans is going to play, he has to be the central centre back. But we had because we had the lit there as well, so we had more of a personnel issue. Because even Mazraoui played in the back three. I think Mazraoui was fine in the back three, to be honest.
yeah.
But although he could potentially play a wing back position as well. But Evans as the left centre back, long term, is he will have issues.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. What are you saying about Ahmad at wingback, though? What are you saying about that?
I thought Ahmad was actually, in terms of his entire performance, I thought he was actually very good.
Oh, me too.
Do you know in the run, I thought he was going to get clattered. I didn't know how he got through that run.
Bro, that was honestly, no one's going to talk about it. Everyone's going to forget. Bro, that run was sick. He had to he had to beat 3 men.
Yeah,
literally.
men.
And with strength and pace, bro. He held off multiple defenders. I think he did a little jink, beat 2 players, and then just pace. Like it was a sick run. Like that goal was all Ahmad. That goal, like Rashford just tapped it in. The goal was 90% Ahmad. Like
I thought when he beat that first player, I thought, he's right on the byline. Their player's just gonna either shoulder barge him and somehow he skipped past him. I'm like, we're on the edge of the box now, approximately, but just on the right hand side. And then it was a good pass as well with his right foot. To be fair, it was a decent run from Rashford in terms of attacking that
it was a good run.
And obviously finishing it, although he probably didn't do that much in the rest of the game. Even Ahmad defended pretty well as well. However, my issue is long-term Ahmad can't be our right wing back. No, he just can't. He just can't.
I agree, bro. I thought, like, yes, he played well, considering that's not really, I don't think that's his position. I think he needs to be playing as one of those 10s, bro. Like, he has to, like, if you want to, I think Garnacho has to be the sacrifice, or whoever it is, bro. He has to be playing in those pockets. Like, he has to be playing in those little pockets because he'll assist the likes of Casemiro, Manu, Eriksson in midfield, like where he can drop and link up with those guys and create triangles, bro. It was a struggle. I think we struggled because Garnacho is not comfortable receiving the ball in these positions. I thought Bruno, honestly, to be fair, I'm a huge Bruno critic. I don't think he was that bad today. I would give, like, we'll talk about his player ratings later, but I just didn't think he got on the ball enough, especially in the first half. In the first half, I hardly saw him. When he did get on the ball, he did decent little things, but I think we need more, like, and Xerxes too. When Xerxes came on, I was like, yo, he's a unit, like in that number 10 position. Like, he's gonna bring more steel. Like, what did you like? For me, I liked the Højlund and Xerxes substitutions. I feel like if maybe we should have done it a bit earlier. You know, what were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think you made a couple of good points there. I think in the forward line, I think any educated United fan knows Fernandes, Rashford, and Garnacho are not going to retain possession as much as we need and as much as we like, because it's on them to retain possession. Because if they don't retain possession, our wing backs are going to be essentially full backs. If they do retain possession, the team can push up, the wing backs can push up. So instead of having 3 forwards, we have 2 wing backs that are now pushed up. Now we've got a 5, so that 3-2-5 common formation would be in place. So we definitely need a personnel change in that front 3, without doubt.
Absolutely.
I'm surprised Garnacho stayed on for that long. I thought he was poor. I don't know about you.
Bro, I wasn't a fan at all. Like, I thought he had later in the game, I thought he had some moments, but I don't understand it. Like, Garnacho was one of these players where I've said he has potential, you know, but when he starts, I'm just like, bro, I'm not seeing it, bro. I'm just not seeing it. He's not like blessed with like blistering pace. Like, he's quick, but he's not just running past people. You know what I mean? And when he gets on the ball, nothing really happens. Like, it's a lot of fool's gold, man. A lot of, like, get on the ball. Oh yeah, he'll do a little step over and just lose it. Like,
it's a whole lot of nothing, basically.
Yes, it's a lot of fluff. a lot of
Yeah,
fluff. That's the word I would
a lot.
use. Like he gets on the ball, I'm just like, what is this? Like, I'm not seeing the vision. I'm really not.
Yeah, I agree. I think again to that point I missed out on was when you said Hoyland and Xerxes as they came on. I think that was good because then with Xerxes as well. I think Xerxes is actually good at what he's good at, but there's part of his game that he's really poor at. So, for example, holding up play really strong.
Mhm.
Short passes, I think he's good at that. Like link up play combination, I think he's strong at that. He helps bring the team forward. That's another positive. Also, when you've got Hoyland and Xerxes, one can make the runs and one can drop in, so that's a positive. However, with Xerxes, his ball striking is atrocious. He's like a centre back kicking the ball. Do you see
Yeah,
that?
bro. His ball striking is crazy. That shot he took when like he did really well before the shot. Like he created space. Like he created a lot of space for himself. I was like, all right, go. And then he just skied it. I was like, yo, what is going on here? But I mean,
Go on.
I was gonna say, hopefully it's just he figures that out because he needs. I'm not saying you need to score a ton of goals, but you need to be at a minimum like a threat. Like
Yeah.
he's not a threat in front of goal right now. He's just not like, and he needs to get that sorted for certain. He needs to get that sorted. Let's get in the comments real quick. The amount of times Garnacho tries to play in the pockets and lost the ball, 100%. Dallo played well going forward, but he was being isolated on the left hand side because of Garnacho not helping him out. What are you saying about just playing our wing like our fullbacks as wing backs, like Mazraoui and Dallo as the wing backs? Like for me, that's what he needs to do.
Yeah, I think, do you know what it is when you play this system? It's like each area you need to like almost have a balance. So, for example, if you're playing, say, if you're playing Casemiro and Ugarte, maybe you could get away with one of the wing backs to be a winger
Yeah,
because
I
you've got
agree.
Casemiro and Ugarte. Whereas, whereas like if you had two fullbacks at wing back, as you mentioned, Delo and Mazraoui,
Mhm.
maybe it could be an Agati and Kobe Menu. Maybe it could be a bit more dynamic and a bit more like Menu will push forward a bit. So then,
Mhm.
because you've got Mazraoui, he's gonna like drop back in and so forth. So I think
Yeah.
it's about getting that balance right, to be honest.
No, 100%. That's a great point, and I agree with that. Like with Casemiro and Eriksson, you would think playing like Mazraoui would be much better. Mazraoui and Dallo at wing back. If and yeah, I completely agree, bro. I completely agree with that. It is a balancing act, and we'll have to figure that out. I don't know what from a personnel perspective, like where we are. What he's gonna officially stick with. Like he's gonna stick with playing a winger at. Is that what is he just gonna die on that hill of? Yeah, I need to play one of my fullback or wing backs as a winger, or one of my wingers as a fullback or wing back. Excuse me. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Man, if Garnacho looked like Bruno, nobody would have time for him. Absolutely, absolutely dog shit. Garnacho lacks all football qualities, but United British fans will not call him up because they are. I don't know about all that. Coylan, there was a chance where he did a step over instead of shooting, he played it back to
Yeah,
Bruno. Yeah, I remember that. I
I
remember
remember
that.
that.
Emmer would do well in maybe doing a 3-5-2, but Ama playing behind Xerxes and Hoyland. Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. All a lot of potential things, man. All a lot of different things to go over. But let's talk about player ratings, man, because this might take some time and some debate. I'm interested. Let me share the screen real quick, and we'll talk. We'll go player for player. Um, Let me know if y'all can see that. Yeah. All right, there we go. We'll start. We'll start in goal with Onana. What are you saying for his performance?
Uh, I think he kept us in the game. Was it that second half chance front post? I think it might have been the lap.
Yeah, it was the lap, bro. That was a crazy save.
Yeah, that was a very good save, and I'm sure he made a very good save in the first half as well.
Yeah.
And I think Onana's been one of our standout players this season compared to last season.
No.
A
Yeah.
lot a lot was going through him, but this season, credit where credit's due, he's done really well. So, yeah, I think even like a 7 out of 10, that's a fair rating to be fair.
Yeah, I think a 7 is fair. I was debating if I want to give him an 8 because, but I'll just say I think a 7 is fair. I think a 7 is fair. Let's see statistically. Um,
Look at that,
save.
saves inside the box.
Yeah, saves inside the box 3, diving. He might need an 8.
Yeah, give him an 8. I'll give him an 8.
I'll give him an 8. Guys, drop your ratings in the
Comments.
comments. Drop your ratings in the comments. So I'm hearing 7, 7 or 8. Onana of last season conceded 3. Yeah, absolutely, I agree with that. What are we saying about Johnny Evans?
I think Johnny Evans, I don't think he had one of his best games. However, I also feel that left centre back position is not a position he should play. If ever he does play in the back three, I think he would actually be fine in the centre back position, in the middle position. However, there's just too much emphasis on him, like moving out against their wingers and the number 10. He's just, do you know where he is on the screen? Evans. At times he's
Mhm.
where Delo is, and at
Yeah,
times
yeah, yeah,
Ericsson is, and he's playing against. Say if Evan was against Dilap, he'd be, because it's a physical like contest. He would actually be good.
yeah,
But because he's
yeah.
playing against more dynamic players in a lot of wide spaces, it's a bit difficult for him. So I think he didn't have a poor game, but I think maybe like a 5 or 6.
Yeah, I'm seeing 2s. That's harsh, man. I would
Oh,
give him
shit.
honestly, I'd give him a 6. I don't think he was that bad. I really don't think he was that bad. 4 is crazy, people. Really? A 2. Wow. 2 out of 10 is crazy. I would give him
Dude,
a 6. I'm gonna be real, bro.
it's
Okay, so
harsh.
you're saying 6, or you're saying 5. I'm saying 6. That's fine. I'm not mad at that. Delict, what are you saying about Delict? I'd give him a
Uh,
6. I'd give
yeah,
Delict a 6 too.
yeah, I think that's a fair rating, a 6. It's like
Yeah,
he didn't really have any like standout moments, but
exactly.
he did
Exactly.
okay.
He was just steady. Like he didn't really make any mistakes or whatever. So yeah, I would give Delict a 6. 5 is an average game. Nah, for me, 6 is I give 6 for me is like you were just like, you know, I don't know. But 5, Delict was very limited on the ball. Delict 6. Yeah, I'm giving Delict a 6. I'm giving Delict a 6. What did you say you were gonna give him?
Yeah, same 6.
Oh, true, true, true. Okay. Mazraoui. What are we saying about Mazraoui? This one was interesting. I thought he was good. Like I'm gonna be real. I thought he
Yeah,
was probably the best out of the back three. There was one play where he was like he did not have a lot of space. He did some crazy move on
yeah,
near the byline, bro. Like a little drag back, bro. That
yeah,
was sick.
yeah,
Sick. Mazraoui's
yeah,
a cool player, bro.
yeah. Mazraoui is like, I think he's like my top 2, like in terms of favorite United players. He's like
Yeah,
he's
bro.
he's literally right near the top, because
Yeah.
whatever position he plays to a competent level, a
Hmm.
more competent level, and he stands out and he understands his position. There's no fuss. There's like no drama to it. There's just quality. He just oozes quality all the time, understanding. And the one on the byline, I thought, oh, he's gonna lose the ball. He's gonna get, because play
Yeah.
was so fast at him. He dragged it back and moved out. He just spun past him. I think it was against Lee Davis or that Smodrix. It was against
Yeah.
one of them
Yeah.
two.
Yeah. Bro, it was it
Yeah,
was
but
I'd
I'd give
give
him a
him you
seven,
give him a
seven.
what? Yeah, I'd give him a 7. I'd give him a 7. I thought he was really, really good today. Very, very solid performance. He just keeps it simple, but he also has that like that just like, oh, he has that ability to just do something ridiculous. So gotta give
Yeah.
credit where it's due. 7 out of 10. I think that's a fair performance. Um Dallo, what are we saying about Dallo?
Click on his icon. Let's see
Yeah,
what.
let's see. Yeah, I'd give him. I was gonna say 6.
Yeah,
Um, for me personally, and the passing is actually pretty poor when we look at it here.
yeah.
Um, that's actually pretty poor when you think about it. But
Keep going
yeah,
down. I think his defensive stats were strong. I heard so.
yeah, for whatever reason, this is not letting me go down. But um,
Yeah, it's not,
it's
but it's
all good.
okay.
It's all good. But yeah, no, I think I give Dallo a 6. Um, Math only player that's competent technically and physically. I think, hey, don't sleep on Ahmad, man. Ahmad is tiny, but he's actually very strong.
Yeah.
He's actually very, very strong. Dallo 6. Yeah, everyone. I think everyone's pretty fair. Yeah, his passing was. Yeah, 6 out of 10.
Six
I
is
think that's
fair.
fair. 6 is fair. 6 is fair. What are we saying about Erickson? Because I wasn't too. I don't know. I would give him like a 5.5. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I would give for Erickson.
Yeah, I thought it was just like a steady performance, but it wasn't anything like. I think he played it sideways and backwards a bit too much. I think he did it one too many times. At times, you do need to do it because you need to take the sting out of the game and you need to get rhythm, get your team back in the game, like as in let your team push up and so forth. But I think at times he could have like because in transition, that's when Ericsson's good in terms of if they've attacked, they've left space, he can find the passes in behind.
Mm.
Sometimes you got to take that chance a bit more. I think maybe yeah, 5.5, 6.
Yeah, I think that's fair. 5.5, 6. Everyone's kind of agreeing. We're seeing fives for Erickson, fives for Erickson. Erickson showed some good stuff, but he lacks of, I guess, the lack of mobility is evident. Casemiro, what are we saying about Casemiro? I would give him a 6. I give him a 6. I thought he was just steady. I didn't really think he had a poor game by any stretch of the imagination. How about you?
Yeah, I think similar to Ericsson, to be honest. I think again what didn't help him, I think on the actual like first half, in terms of actual positions, I think him and Ericsson played on the opposite side. I think Casemiro was the left sided and Ericsson was on the right side
Mm-hmm.
compared to the graphic. So I think at times I think Casemiro he had a lot to deal with. I think even the two centre mids, to be fair on them, I think they had a lot to deal with because they had Omari Hutchinson who was just floating about against. So they're facing two centre mids, and then they had Hutchinson either side of them just floating about, and they couldn't pick him up as well.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a lot to do for them, and I think yeah, they didn't have a bad game. They were just like an average like 6, 5, 6.
This is interesting. I'm just looking. The stats 16 for 23 accurate passes. That's pretty poor. No tackles, 1, 2 clearances, 2. I remember a couple clearances from corners. But yeah, I mean, the stats are saying one thing. I just from an eye, I have to watch again. The eye test for me was saying 6 out of 10. He was decent. I don't know why, but I don't know why he got hooked. Casemiro 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 5. Yes, 5, 6. I'm not mad at either of those. Tell me, don't you think the reason why Erickson and Casemiro could play forward a lot was because of the movement, or couldn't? I think that's what you meant. Couldn't play forward a lot because of the movement ahead of them. Yeah, I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. I think that Garnacho and Fernandez were often phased out of the game, in my opinion. Amad Diallo, what are you saying about Amad, bro? And look at these numbers, by the way. Sheesh.
Yeah, I thought he's arguably him, Onana, Mazraoui probably top three performers today.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I agree.
I think Ahmad, considering playing right wing back, essentially right back at a lot of the times in the game, I thought it was excellent. Also,
Mhm,
when he was getting pressed, I thought could be an issue in it. Getting pressed in your own half, but
mhm,
he was just so comfortable and calm with it.
mhm. No, I agree, bro. I'm giving him he's my man of the match personally. I know Onana, you could maybe say Onana, but I think Ahmad was the best player on the pitch today. He's the one who won. He was the reason we scored the goal with his amazing run. Um, and then on top of that, he was just the most calm on the ball, kept protect like he was the one player who wasn't just he retained the ball better than anybody, in my opinion. Like he was the most comfortable on the ball. So I got to give him credit where it's due. I'm seeing nines. I said 7.5. If we had 8 more Ahmads, we would be unbelievable. Absolutely. Wasted at right wing back. Whenever he was near the box, he was causing havoc. I agree. Like for me, like the challenge with him playing right wing back is he's too far away from the goal. Like there was so many times where I'm seeing him like in the buildup, like he's passing it back to Onana. Like that's not where I want Ahmad. You know what I mean?
Does it show his heat map? I don't know if you click on him. Does it show his heat map?
Let's see if we can see that. No, it doesn't. Let me see. I'll find another page real quick. But yeah, no, I just
the SofaScore website.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull that up. Yeah, it'll be there. It'll be on SofaScore. I'm pulling it up now.
Yeah, it's similar stats. It's like literally the same.
Yeah, but what are you saying? Talk to us about Ahmad and how you were feeling.
Yeah, Ahmad, arguably a man of the match. Oh, most likely a man of the match, to be honest. I thought on the ball, really strong, comfortable, calm. Don't know what's really good about him. Don't know when you think he's stuck or he's getting closed down or someone's gonna cause him an issue. Because how he manipulates the ball, he changes the picture in front of him. And it's like even the defender is like, oh, you've just turned that angle, like you've made it a bit awkward for me now because I didn't expect you to like manipulate it that quick.
Exactly.
I think that's what gets him out of those tight situations. I think that's what he's excellent at.
100%. Let's see this heat map. Let's see this Amad Diallo heat map. Where's it at?
Yeah, click on him.
Yeah, I'm clicking. Let's see. Why is he not popping up?
It normally pops.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, so you see it's see how far, like look how far away he was from goal more often than not. Like he wasn't high up in the pitch.
So for the viewers, basically with the darker it is, the redder it is, that's the most time he's getting touches in that space. So look at our own penalty box.
Yeah, exactly.
That's too much.
Yeah, exactly. And the fact that he was the one who created the chance with that little time in the final third is crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he really didn't spend a lot of time in the final third.
You've got amplified that time as well. That thing's good. You know, on the top left is meant to be like a momentum bar, and it shows like the momentum of the game.
Oh yeah. I see.
Look, we started really strong.
Right, and then it kind of just
more Ipswich.
No,
and then we've had that phases, and then
100%. What are we saying about Bruno Fernandes? What are we saying about his performance?
I don't think he had I wouldn't say he had a poor game. Do you know? I think a lot of players I think some were part of, like Garnacho was poor, like directly poor, like obviously poor. But I think Fernandes, I think first half I agree with you. I don't think he got on the ball too much, especially in positions like we like him to get the ball on. And then second half he did get into the game more, but also second half, I don't know if you noticed, he played alongside I think Ugarte for the last 20 minutes.
For like the last 20 minutes. Yeah, I thought. Listen, I thought he was fine. You know, more often than not, I'm criticizing him. I think there was moments where he did give the ball away, and I didn't like it, and I thought he made his typical mistakes. But I would say I'd give him a 6. I just thought, steady. Even though he didn't get on the ball enough for me in the first half, he did get on. Like I thought he played Garnacho in so many times, and Garnacho just didn't do anything with the ball. Like there's multiple times where he dinked the ball over the top, and it was coming off. So I gotta give him his credit. Like I'm not saying it wasn't fantastic, but it was just steady. It was steady.
Yeah, I thought his ball retention was better today. I don't know what his stats look like, but I thought his ball. I don't know if it's higher because normally it's like around 70 or something.
Yeah, I don't know let's see. Yeah, accurate passes today. 92% pass accuracy. That is unlike Bruno. Like that's crazy. For Bruno Fernandes, 92% pass accuracy is insane. Like that's actually crazy for him. So
and his loss is normally around like 17 to 19.
Yeah, so
significantly lower.
It's significantly lower. So exactly. This is good. This is good. I'll take listen, still 6 out of 10 for me. I'm not gonna overblow it.
Yeah.
But 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Garnacho, boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. This is the one where it's like 4 out of 10, man. And I might
Yeah.
be 4 out of 10 for me because it's like he has so much of the ball. Like I thought he was on the ball a lot and didn't do a lot for me. I'll be real, man. Like I just
What was his actual stats?
24 for 27 accurate. Okay, I see that. Ground duels 1 or
Go,
3 out of 10
go
ground duels 1.
yeah, keep going a bit.
Oh.
Keep going. No, the other way.
Oh, the other way.
So, did they show any of his like dribbles attempted? There it is.
Yeah. Or is it? Oh, yeah. So he attempted 1 dribble and completed no. Okay, here's the thing. Completed no dribbles. 1 shot on target. No key passes. 0 crosses.
1 big chance missed. That's a big one.
Yeah, 1 big chance missed. Like these are just really poor numbers, and it's not even the numbers thing. It's just like it's not like he's not getting the ball. That's my thing, right? He's getting the ball. Like I think he was serviced the most out of anybody today. So it's like I just don't get it. 3.5, 3 minus 10 is crazy. 4. How much do you think we can get for him? I'm crying. Not a lot. Sam Marzi was the best midfielder on the pitch. Marzi he was pretty good. A whole lot of movement, no end product. He's terrible. Yeah, man. I think he just needs to come off the bench. And I think we will make changes. This will not be the same 11 we play next or for the next Premier League match. I would be stunned. I'm sure we'll make 3 or 4 changes minimum in the next side. So we'll just have to wait and see, man. We'll just have to wait and see. People, what are we saying about Marcus Rashford? What are you saying, Wasim?
Oh, it was a bit difficult for Rashford because basically when he's playing that strike position, it's not he's not involved in the game as much as he normally is. Right. So normally he's more in the Garnacho position or occupying those areas, those left-hand spaces. But now because he's a striker, he has to basically get at the end of chances, or he's either got to make runs in behind to stretch their back four or provide an outlet that way. I think you mentioned beginning of the show, in terms of long passes, we know what's going to happen. He's going to get beaten in the air. It's very unlikely he wins an aerial duel. He might win something that it gets knocked towards the corner flag and he runs onto it and then he just collects the ball from there. He might get onto those, but aerially he don't win much. I don't think he had a bad game. Like I think Garnacho had a bad game, but I don't think Rashford had a bad game. But I thought it was okay. I think we had a lot of average performances today that it just contributed to each other to get with me like a knock-on effect. Because how much chances did Rashford even get? Did he get 1? Maybe.
Yeah. Here's my qualm is that my qualm is like he wasn't involved. No. He just wasn't involved. He just was not. He was just like non-existent. As soon as that goal got scored, I'm just remembering like every time I see him trying, like if Onana plays a long ball and he's competing for a header, it's just a waste of time. He doesn't even try. It's like he just kind of like does this half like, oh, I'm gonna try and go up there like whatever. I'm like, bro, I need some like for me. He gets I want to give him a 5. I think a 5 or 4.5, 4.5, 5. Like I didn't. The performance was mid to me, like below mid. Like the goal, great, you scored your goal, but he didn't kick on. He wasn't like anytime the ball goes into his feet, it's just like you're not sure what's gonna happen. Like I have no confidence in his first touch. I have no confidence with his back to goal. You know what I'm saying? We need a striker. We need a striker. 5 because he scored. I'm giving him a 4. 5 because he scored 2. I agree with that. Rashford 5. This goal saved from him a 2 out of 10. Wow, Rashford has actually finished though. Again, Oh, another thing. It looks like he's lost a yard of pace. Am I tripping?
No, I thought that during the game as well. Like before, he was lightning quick, but now he's like quick. To get what I mean?
Yes.
It's like that is that spark. Do you know that little spark? He's
Yeah,
like,
bro. He's just gonna he doesn't have that like, oh my goodness. Like he used
yeah,
to have that pace where it's like it's scary.
yeah,
But now
yeah.
it's like I'm not like confident he's gonna win any battles for pace anymore. I'm really not. I'm really not. He couldn't be a center back in a foot race. Rashford would have had chances if he could outrun someone. I agree with this. Poor body language too. Didn't even try to look involved after 10 minutes. Yeah, man. We definitely need a striker, man. We definitely need a striker. Like no question about it. If anyone thinks for 1 second that Rashford, Garnacho, and Hoyland are going to be our strikers, like our number one strikers, no way. No way, Wasim. It's not happening, bro. Do you think any of those strikers, or do you think any of those guys could end up being Man United's number one?
I think to the level we aspire to, no. So I think potentially like a Hoyland or Rashford could be a bench player. But if we want to get to those Champions League places consistently and then obviously take a step further, I think they're just going to fall down. I think as we progress, players are going to get knocked off. So
Yeah,
like Garnacho will never start. He should be on the bench.
yeah.
And then I think players are just going to go back. People that you go forward with is like Onana, Mazarawi, Diallo, even Delo. Go forward with him. Fernandez maybe, but like some of them, they're gonna have to drop off.
No, I completely agree, man. I completely agree. Rashford, after that back injury, he lost his pace. TBH, so Ipswich center backs are quick, man. Yeah, no, I hear it, but still, bro, still, Tuanzebe and O'Shea, man. I'm telling you right now, Tuanzebe should not be outpacing Marcus Rashford. I know he's lightning. I know he's quick. But old school Marcus Rashford will still beat him in a battle for pace, bro.
And Tuanzebe has had loads of injuries. That's part of the
Yes,
reason.
bro. Yes, bro. We all saw it. We were all here. We witnessed it firsthand as United fans, bro. So I gotta get. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give credit to Kieran McKenna first of all because he really did set up his team very well. He set up his team very well. He made sure that they had an advantage in midfield. Like they had moments where it was like, actually, I'm curious, like what were their possession stats? Because at
I think
halftime, it was close.
I think they were overall equal,
Okay.
similar, like within distance. Like
Okay. Yeah, and I'm looking average positions. Oh, I'm not even sharing. My bad. Average positions for all of our players. Yeah. That's about right. That's about
yeah,
right.
you don't want Diallo there in his average position. You get what I mean?
Yeah, bro. It's not good. This is not where we want. It's not where we want, young fella. You know what I mean? So yeah, we gotta listen. I think this is a good wake-up call. That's how I view this match, honestly. A wake-up call for us. I predicted a 3-0 win. Obviously, that was a bit too giddy. But this is a wake-up call, man. And I think it's a wake-up call for the manager to say, okay, some of these players, I'm not too sold. You know, Rashford pushing 30, only getting worse. Yeah, no, we gotta give credit. We gotta give credit to Kieran McKenna. We gotta give credit to Ipswich, but a lot of work to do. I think that's my biggest takeaway up from this match is like we got a lot of work to do, bro. Like this is not gonna be some easy fix. There's not gonna be some easy fix.
I agree with you. I think ultimately he doesn't really know these players as well as we do, to be honest, at this stage in it. I don't think that's like an ignorant comment. I think right
No,
now,
no.
technically, United fans know more about our players than he does because we've watched him for
For
this
years.
team for like years and years and years and years. To get what I mean, some players
Yeah.
have been obviously here longer than others, so we pretty much know him inside out. To be honest,
Mm-hmm.
and I think he's going to quickly learn. To be fair, I thought his subs were actually good. So that
Oh
means
yeah,
he's
speaking of the subs, speaking of subs, let's rate the subs. I forgot to do that. My bad, people. Let's give the subs ratings.
because he didn't make the subs late either.
Yeah, and he started at like the 55th minute. What are we saying about Luke Shaw? How did you think he did?
I thought just like a reasonable performance. There wasn't much to it, to be honest.
Yeah, I would say flat 6. You
Yeah.
know, That's what I would give Luke Shaw a 6. Ugarte, what are you saying about his sub performance?
I thought he did fairly well when he came on.
I
I don't know
agree.
what his statistics look like, but
These are good,
uh,
man.
yeah, they seemingly look okay in terms of passes, and he's won. I think once at least half of his duels or more.
Yeah.
So yeah, with Ugarte, I think he's going to be a key component in this team, especially in that midfield too. It's going to be him plus one. I think in the end, it's going to be
Mhm.
him, probably most likely Kobe Menu alongside him. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. I would give him a 7. I'd give Ugarte a 7. For his sub performance, I thought he passed the ball really well, won the ball back, brought some energy. I would have liked to see him and Casemiro together. Honestly, I think that has to, like, I really believe that has to be the midfield, like, or Menu, right? We need more mobility. We need more mobility. Ugarte 6.5. What are you saying about Ugarte? What would you give him?
yeah, but I think 6.5 is fair. I'll give him the
Yeah.
same.
Okay.
Enrique.
Hoyland. Hoyland. What are we saying about Hoyland?
Um, I think it was similar to Rashford in the sense I don't think he got on the ball much, but obviously it was a limited time at the same time. But I
Mm-hmm.
think one of the comments made a good point where he made like a step over at the edge of the box. He basically had a yard on his left
Mm-hmm.
foot. You can see the far corner, and
Mm-hmm.
every commentator, I don't know, because I think we have different commentators, like what you watch and
Yeah,
where we
yeah,
watch. And the commentator even said, "I thought he was going to shoot." Like we all thought he was going to shoot because when
yeah,
you know that space on the edge of the box,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah. I remember.
you normally go for like at least curl it, like go for it.
Yeah,
Instead, he just lost it, and that was a bit disappointing. I
yeah.
think Ireland, he basically needs to go from. I think he plays like a boy, and he needs to turn into a man, basically.
I
And if he
agree.
didn't turn into a man, he's gonna be stay like he's gonna not progress.
I agree, bro. I agree. I would give him a. I'm seeing threes. I think a 5 is more fair. I think a
Yeah,
five is whatever. You know what I mean? We should sell both Xerxes and Rasmus and buy a good striker. I'm crying. We're not. They're not going nowhere. Trust and believe that. They will be here next season for sure. He's left footed too. Like, how are you? Coward as a striker. Him and Xerxes are a nasty blood rotation. Oh my days. Yeah, no, listen, we need a striker. We need a striker. like absolutely need a striker. Mason Mount, there's not even enough time to give a score for this guy, but what are you
yeah.
saying about Mount, man? Do you think he can have any type of bounce back underneath this new manager? What are you saying about Mount?
I think what's the name? Amrim said that he liked him. That's a quote that I came across, and I think two positions that Amrim is going to potentially put him in is either that left-sided number 10 or potentially central midfield. Because if he said two positions, what else could they be? I doubt he's
Yeah,
going to be wing back,
yeah.
and obviously it won't be striker. So then it's going to have to be centre mid or the left number 10. I think
Mhm.
I'd prefer Mount over Garnacho in that left number 10. That's for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Uh,
I agree. I think I'd play Mount there because Garden at least Mount will retain the ball better, right? Which is what we need. Mount decent cardio sesh, nothing player though. We need a striker, defo wing back, 100%. Um, it's not that they are young, Temi. They are just rubbish. I see Duran, Pedro, and Delap cook every week. Just bad recruitment. Yeah, no, I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. It's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be really interesting these next couple of days. Hearing I haven't listened to the press conference yet. We got to listen to the press conference, hear what his thoughts are about the game, all these different things. A lot of things that we need to unpack. Right, we're gonna do that all throughout next week. Obviously, we're gonna do that all throughout next week. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun, man. And listen, I thought I'd be more annoyed, but I kind of left the game like after when the whistle blew, I was just like, you know, first game. Remember our first game under Ten Hag? You know, that
yeah,
was hellacious. So at
our
least we
first
didn't
game
lose.
against Ten Hag was against Brighton, I think, at home.
Yeah, we lost 4-0.
I went Old Trafford for that game as well.
Was it
No,
3-1? Oh no, we lost that one 3-1 or
yeah, somewhere like 2-1 or 3-1. It was at
yeah, I
home.
think it was 3-1. Yeah, and
I
then the
went to that
next game
game,
was
first game
Brentford.
of the season. I thought, let's go. New
Yeah,
manager. everyone was there. Like
Yeah.
Saeed, Nuruddin,
Oh yeah,
Levin,
yeah,
that Lies guy.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
all of them were there. It was insane. Like double A, everyone. And then it was
yeah.
like we lost 2-1. Because
Everyone,
Ericsson played
yeah.
great final.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. We need to find Odegaard type 10s. I hear that. I'm on a 10, please, next game. I'm sure he learned a lot from this game. We need to take an L on these strikers. Get me Delap and Cunha. Okay, 100%. Oh, listen, a lot of things to unpack, and we'll listen. I'll be doing a live stream tomorrow. Be on the lookout for that, just to kind of unpack the weekend. You feel me? But yeah, man. Listen, this is a good. This is I won't say this is good, but this is a good wake up call for the fan base. Obviously, we still have a lot of work to do. This manager is young. He's going to figure these things out. I like that he was proactive during the game, even though, we didn't win. He made subs early. He tried to change the game. So he'll figure it out. He'll figure out these players.
Yeah.
Like to Wasim's point, we know more about these players than he does. And once he figures out who the quality players are, I think it'll be fine. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. No Anthony cameo. That hurt. I can't lie. Yeah, all you Anthony wingback people, man. Anthony wingback people. Listen, we'll see. Omari is a great player, man of the match for me. Yeah, he was playing really well. He was playing really well. But guys, we're gonna wrap up, man. Good, just about an hour, just under an hour of recap, man. I think this was a good, a good conversation, good little therapy session. Shout out my brother Wasim, bro, and let everyone know where they can find you, bro.
Yeah, you can find me at Wasim_UTD on YouTube. I don't know. I'll put my YouTube channel in the private chat. I don't know if you can share.
Yeah. How about this? I'm gonna drop it here real quick, but I'll also put it in the title after this so that anyone who
Yeah,
goes and rewatches it can see it. Okay. So guys, make sure to subscribe to Wasim's YouTube channel. I'll put the title in the description literally right after this. This was a bunch of fun people. Let's do shout outs real quick. Shout out Uthman, shout out Ahmad Diallo, shout out Enrique Rivera, shout out Football Fan 365, shout out JJ. Shout out if I miss anybody, I'm sorry. Shout out Favor, shout out PS, shout out Lodge, shout out Neffy, shout out Luke, Shadrach, shout out man, so many comments. This is good. Shout out Kobe M, shout out RSV, shout out Child's View, shout out Noah Theodros, shout out David. And I think I got everyone. If I missed your name, forgive me. Much love to everybody. Everyone, make sure to follow. That's Wasim's YouTube. I'm gonna drop his his YouTube in the title right after this, okay? But I appreciate everyone for hopping on as always. Let's get the likes up, let's get the subs up. We're gunning for 900 subs. Hopefully we can do that sooner rather than later. We want to get to 1,000 subs by the end of the year. That'd be great if we can get that done. Everyone, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, stay locked in, and we'll see you guys very shortly, okay? Deuces.